Well, thanks for coming back, and Carrie, with a new year, and I think it's so appropriate that every January in the state of Texas, January is designated School Board Appreciation Month. And while we all need to be very appreciative of those who literally give so much of their time and energy to serve our children through schools, I think it's also a really good time for all of us to be reminded of what school board service really involves, because it involves a lot, I promise you. We have 3 of our 7 outstanding school board members. Thank you very much, community. 3 of our 7 outstanding school board members with us to celebrate School Board Recognition Month. First, Angela Conrad, and Angela serves as parliamentarian on our board. She's the tough one. At least that's the job. Robert Scarfo, who is school board president of our school board this year. Robert, thank you so much for being with us.
Happy New Year.
Thank you, and Happy New Year to you too. And Charles Cunningham, one of our school board members. Charles also is president of the Gulf Coast Association of School Boards in our region, and recently was elected to serve on the governing board of the Texas Association of School Boards.
Thanks.
So, while I catch my breath, because truly you guys do so much, and important for everyone to recognize, you all have very prominent day jobs that are very demanding on your time, yet somehow you find and make time from work, from family to serve on the school board. I'm curious to know from each of you, and Angela, if I may, let me start with you. So why? I mean, what is it that causes you to be so willing to give so much of yourself?
Well, to me, it's, in my family, it's really important to be involved in the education of my own kids, and what better way to send that message is to be actively involved in that process. So that's one of my goals, has always been to be involved in their education. So if I can help, and I do believe in a great public education for our current students and former students, so I just want to be involved in that process and kind of give back.
Awesome. Well, you are. You're giving back in big time. Robert?
For me, very similar, that whole idea of being involved, being engaged, trying to have some positive impact in the education of our children. All of ours, each of them have gone through the district and are doing fine, got a great education, and now we have two little ones, as you do too, 3 years old, so we're starting to cycle over again. So I stay involved, and actually one of them, a special needs student, he's already in the district at 3 years old in a PPCD program, and I'll tell you, the offerings we have for special needs students are second to none. I got to visit his class, and it was just awesome. So that's really my big motivation, is continuing for not just our kids, but all the kids.
Well, what a blessing to get to be involved again.
A second time. Yes.
That's right, on the second time as a grandparent. Charles, how about you?
And pretty much the same thing, guys. It's the involvement, and and most people know that I've gone from a PTA member to a district member, boundary committee member, and then finally on school board. So it's a natural progression. But I think it's the proudest fact is being a member of a community and a district that values every child, that they can exceed their full potential, and that all their dreams can be reality, and that's why I serve.
Right. And Charles, you've got a grandbaby in our schools too.
Yeah, I forgot to say that there. So yeah, my proudest moment, and I got to get this plug in right quick, was last semester. I guess that's what you'll call it, in September, Grandparents' Day. So I'm already one up on you guys.
And Angela, the day's coming. The day is coming.
No, you guys do. You give a lot of your time outside of family, outside of careers, to the school district, and I've got to witness that now in this position of really seeing how much time, energy that is involved in being a school board member. On the plus side of that, you guys get to see lots of really great events. You're involved in many special things in the district. I'd like to hear from each of you, what in particular have you enjoyed the most while you've been on the school board?
Sure. There's so many events that are worthwhile, and it's all worth our time. You wish you could go to more. But really, my favorite events that we attend are our Breakfast with the Board, where we get to spend time with our leaders on our campuses and really know how our initiatives are impacting their campuses, their staff, and their students. So I would have to say Breakfast with the Board events, and then also when I'm able to go on campus and see pilot programs, or we're trying out new instructional practices or things like that that help us see that we are being innovative in our approaches and always constantly trying to move forward. So those are some of my favorite events to attend.
Great. Robert?
Yeah, same thing. I think that's the thing, the offset to the tough work that we have to deal with and all the adults is to get to spend time on campuses, whether it's a visit or going to a particular event. And just seeing the kids in action and seeing what they're doing, what they're learning. And I'm always so impressed with how happy they seem, whether it's in elementary, a middle, a high school. They really do. They seem like they want to be there. And it's because you always hear these things, oh, kids don't want to go. So, well, I'll tell you, our kids seem like they want to go there. And I'm always impressed with the principals and assistants and the administrators, how they know these children and know them by name. And so those are the kind of things when you actually, as Angela said, see the kids involved in what they're doing, and you know that, hey, maybe things are going the right way. So it's rewarding.
Ours is easy.
You okay?
It's the manners banquet.
We go to a lot of
That's
those.
your favorite?
That is the favorite one. Because let me tell you, because you're now with fifth graders who came in as first graders, and some of them show the pictures, and how they look, Snaggletooth Jimmy and all this other good stuff. But and to sit there and have conversations with them, and just knowing that this is the future. And so we've built that foundation at the elementary level, and they're off to the middle school. And so I like the manners banquet.
Well, they're waving us and we're running out of time. I apologize for that. But, just listening to the three of you, and I hope it's evident to everyone watching that, in my experience, what distinguishes you from literally the hundreds of school board members I've worked with over my career is your level of caring. For you, it's really about caring for all of the children that are served in our district, and wanting to see to it that they get nothing but the best that they can be given through our schools. So thank you very much for that. Thank you to your colleagues, too, who unfortunately could not be with us. Otherwise, we'd have to have a board meeting. So and we don't want to do that. So, Angela, thank you. Robert, thank you very much. And Charles, great to see you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Happy School Board Appreciation Month. And
Thank your school board members if you see them, viewers.
That's right. Please do. Please do. And stay with Carrie and I. We'll be back in just a minute.